We're now going to look at the Defib Store AED cabinet. Now these are plastic, ABS grade plastic. These are extremely strong boxes. You can drop them, you can even, the demo of the company is parking a car on top of them. That's the sort of strength they've got. These are green cabinets, but they do other colours. It's a similar case to the bleed kit, which is a red version of this, but they can do them in yellow as well. The most common one is green. So the two units here, this one is an unlocked cabinet. So on the front here, you've got a knob and you literally just twist that and then the cabinet will open. The other one is a locked one with the keypad. So on the front here, this is our standard box here. We can do custom graphics for you as well, but that does take a few weeks to actually get the graphics put onto the case. But if not, you can have them as the standard label. When you look at the windows on both of these, you'll see that they're white, but this is just the protective film because they're brand new units. But the key thing is on the front is a lock code. So in this example here, for this one is a locked unit, you need that code. So don't just peel that off and throw it away without the code. So make sure you write that code down. Or it's a good idea just to take a photo of it when you first get the cabinet, and then you've got permanent record of what the code is. You'll need that code to open it, and also when you then, if you want to register your cabinet on the national database, the circuit, then they'll need that code because the ambulance service will then give the code out to the person needing the AED. Before we have a look at the cabinet, other bits and pieces that come with it is the instruction manual. So it's worth having a good look at that. Make sure you read it fully, because if you read it fully, then you're not going to make any mistakes when you install it. There's a light inside, and also some batteries that go with the light, and then there's a fixing kit. So all the plugs, the bolts, the bits and pieces are all in there that you need to install the AED unit. So again, make sure you read the instructions before you start putting this up. So looking at the cabinet in a little bit more detail, these are just the universal symbols on the cabinet, what to do. This bit here we can personalise if you need it. As a locked cabinet, we've got the handle coming down, universal AED sign on here. So through this, when the protective film is off, you can see the AED inside. So it's very easy to monitor it by just looking inside, making sure the light's flashing, there's no error messages on your AED, and that way you can keep a check on it without having to open it up every time. That said, as part of your routine maintenance with any cabinet, then do keep opening it up every now and again just to make sure that everything's all okay. Make sure the hinges are functioning correctly and the lock's functioning correctly, so you can make sure they work. Opening the unit up, if you open this up here, what you've got inside here, this is the back mechanism for the lock. You see the plastic film here on this side as well, you need to remove it. And then over here on the left hand side is the heating element. The heating element here is what's keeping it warm in winter months, because you don't want to have the AED dropping below the operating temperatures. So it'll automatically cut in, automatically cut off. Other things in here is the cable, quite a lot of cable on the inside. That's because you can just pull that out through the back. And on the back, you'll see a small piece of cable coming out that you would then have wired into a main source. Now it's a good idea to have it wired into a main source so that the unit is live rather than having a plug. The disadvantage of the plug will be someone might just unplug it and then you've not noticed that nothing's connected. So have an electrician to wire that in. You can put a plug on it, not that you can't, but just be careful that someone's not going to unplug that plug and then you find that the cabinet's not protected because the heating element's not connected to the mains. So if you do use it with a plug, a good thing then is to do is put something over the switch, that's the main socket, so that you can identify do not turn it off. Maybe stickers, things like that, to stop people turning it off, or someone unplugging it to plug a Hoover in. So just think about where it needs to go. There's 4 holes in the back, which is where the bolts go through to fix, when you're putting it up, and there's a little hook where you can put the AED on. And this cabinet will take most brands of AED unit. We've tried it with pretty much all the AEDs and we get through a lot of them. The other advantage of this cabinet over a lot of other cabinets is not only can you put an AED in there, you can also put the AED prep kit and also a bleed kit. So if you want a dual cabinet and you want one of these as a bleed cabinet and an AED cabinet, then what we can do then is do a different graphic on the front for you, and you've got both items in there. So of actual internal area to store, this is probably one of the biggest cabinets that we do, and it's a very, very effective cabinet and extremely strong, and also not going to allow moisture inside, so your AED is safe and ready to use in an emergency.